But I've been doing some I'm a good investigative journalist. I've come up with these things. I've used my brain. I figured a lot of things out. TJ, I don't know if you're aware. I'm sure, matter of fact, you weren't aware. Back in the 1970s, we used to watch the Today Show before going to school. And always like at 7:25 before catching the bus, they would have like the 5-minute local news thing and local weather or whatever. And they always used to have Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard. And they would like just a book. I'm like, and it had like exploding. I didn't know who L. Ron Hubbard was. No idea. But he wound up being the leader of the Church of Scientology, which got me thinking a little bit. You know, the people followed him. And, you know, still, I mean, if you're in Scientology, you're in it for life. I mean, I'm not criticizing anybody who's a Scientologist, but it got me thinking a little bit when I'm seeing how the Islanders have been run the last couple of years, and some of these fans and some of the minions pushing the narrative. You know, and then I thought, L. Ron Hubbard, how about Lou Ron Hubbard? Leader of the Lamanites.
Lou Ron Hubbard, leader of the Lamanites.
Yes. It's like a cult-like existence, and I call it Islandtology. It's where they can do absolutely nothing wrong. We're laundry fans, the laundry boys and laundry girls of the New York Islanders. Islandtology. And you know how you see certain people are known as, they call it suppressive or repressive or whatever. They're negatives.
They use that in the religion, right? In the Scientologists, they use
no. I'm not talking about Scientology. I'm talking about Islandtology.
I'm sorry, Islandtology.
I am not touching.
It's so easy to confuse the two.
Well, no, it's not, because I know nothing about Scientology. I've watched some shows on it, and, you know, it's certainly a one-sided thing.
They
from the
seem
shows.
Really friendly.
Well, I think they are very friendly as long as you're towing the company line. You know, that's what we're led to believe. I don't know. I have nothing to do. I'm not talking about Scientology. I'm talking about Islandtology.
Islandtology.
And you hear the people get really nasty with people ourselves who are would be called repressive people or something like that, suppressive, where they're just not super positive. Yes, the train is coming down the tracks. It's okay. They'll tell you, just stand there. It's cool if the train comes and runs you over. We're like, no, let's get out of the way. We're trying to warn people, but that's not the way they operate. And I started thinking, gosh, you know, it's almost like a cult-like status that people have for the fossil. LRH, we'll call them, right? Lou Ron Hubbard. So, you know, and you look at people like Phil's Facts, just spreading falsehoods. Nothing to see here. Pierre Engvall, greatest player in the world. Hey, the rest of the league is bad, but the Islanders are good.
Blake Wheeler's a bad addition.
Blake Wheeler sucks. Where Blake Wheeler had signed with the Islanders for a year, he would have been splooshing all over himself.
Oh, for certain.
And the rest of the Islandologists would as well, right? The rest of the Lamanites, they just be apologized. Oh, he's so good. I think that Blake Wheeler I looked at it just rationally, and I'm like, man, Blake Wheeler's a good player still at this age. I think he'll be fine with the Rangers. We're going to beat the Rangers because of this. No. And they're just they just keep on this drum beat of positivity as opposed to, you know, anything fact-based or reality-based.
Sure.
Let's take the 30-game stretch at the end of the year. Well, I guess we'll leave out the last 6 games where we got our asses whacked by Carolina. We'll just leave that out.
Oh, that doesn't. No, you can't.
That doesn't count.
Come on.
Why would we count those games, the ones in the playoffs? Because they don't fit the narrative. That's the Islandtology way. If it doesn't fit, just ignore it. It'll go away. Just rewrite history. That's what they like to do. And you got guys like the Islanders media cartel, scared to ask Lou Ron Hubbard any questions. They're probably going to be sent to the ice organization where they got to scrape up the paint off the ice every year. That's what happens. You're going to be put to hard labor. We're going to put you in a cage till you get reindoctrinated. That's what it is.
They're gonna lock them away at UBS Arena and make them eat Shack burgers until they conform.
Oh, no Shack burgers. You can
Okay.
eat them. You can eat the melted ice water. That's what you get.
You got to chip the ice away and put it like in a little cup there and melt it up, Grumpy, huh? Okay.
And this is as you're scraping that, the paint off the ice to put the new paint down. They make you work. You don't believe the country line, you're going to be reindoctrinated. And they'll have people at your house. I'm surprised there's not people in front of my neighborhood right now looking out. Go, boop, 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 boop. They got the little antennas up. What's he saying? They want to try to silence us because we're repressive personalities. We don't believe in everything. We don't believe when a team sucks year after year. We call you on it. We want the Islanders to be good. They're just not right now. And to try to sell the people that somehow they are is a mistake. I mean, it's frustrating. It's frustrating that people just don't see it. And they listen to certain people. Oh, this is great. Wait, let me take some obscure fact and try to, I don't know. Let's try to mold it to what we want. Let's take from the 6:17 mark of period 2 to the 4:18 mark of period 1 in the next game. And I'm going to show you how great that player was. It's like, you can't do that. You cannot be selective with dates and times and every other thing. Can't do it. And when the Islanders suck again next year and don't make the playoffs, they'll come up with a new excuse. That's what they do.
Now, let me ask you this. When Lou Ron Hubbard, when he gets kind of the boot or gets, and Lou kind of gets it out, I'm like, what's going to happen, Grumpy? Who's going to be elected the new leader? Or can we finally break the chain? What would it take, Grumpy, to reform the Islandtologist, Grumpy? What is it going to take?
They'd have to lose their tax-exempt status. That's what would happen. Because any of those, cult-like situations, you take their money away, all of a sudden, they got to toe the company. They got to say, hey, maybe we're going to relook at this business model a little bit. That's what it is. You got to take away their tax-exempt status.
Oh, well, Grumpy, maybe. And I'm hoping that more
the Church of Islandtology, led by Lou Ron Hubbard and his minions, Phil Fax and the Islanders Media Cartel, and any of the other bootlicking weasels out there.
Oh, gosh. I'm hoping that more people defect from the Church of Islandtology and join the fight, Grumpy, the good fight, and being a realistic and awoken fan of the New York Islanders, to be taking the red pill and to be ready to face what actual reality is.
You watch The Matrix once, and now all of a sudden, every single show, you got to put red pill.
Yeah. No, it's only one show, Grumpy. We've only done that one show. We've only had 2 shows since that time period, Grumpy, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while.
Let's get to the ad read. What do you say?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to pull that up right now, Grumpy.
Okay.
But yeah,
hey, that's cool. That's cool. Now, here's the thing. What does this say? This was a purely fictitious thing, and what do they say in the movies? Something about that looks like real life. It's purely a fictional view. Anything that's real or
you did not.
Right. It's purely coincidental. I wish I would have had that written down. I did not.
You fucked that up.
Yeah, that's all right. I did. You fuck up the rest of the show. So if I fuck up one line, I'm excused. Okay.
You're not excused, Grumpy. You're not excused. I will tell you this though, Grumpy. What is it? It's like anything you see out here is just purely. God damn, they use words for. I can't. I've got my ad up. I'm ready to read the ad, Grumpy.
Of
you think about it. Just stop. Think about it as I read the ad and just zone off there,
okay,
because we got an ad to read.
Go ahead, get to the ad. Get to it.
I've got the fucking ad up right now.
Read it.